see that? I'm supposed to learn music theory with that. That's complete nonsense. That is just... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You see it? Oh, wow. I'm in a video. Hi. We are recording. We'll use that as an intro. Hi. Today we are going to talk about the shapes of creation. You know, when you started playing, you grab this thing and you don't know anything about it, but naturally you start placing your fingers on it, and sometimes it sounds like this. Sometimes some of the shapes sounds like this. Well, that's what we're going to exploit today to enhance your creativity and find new elements, new tools that you can use to express yourself. But first, this. Hello, my name is David Wallerman. Welcome to this channel, which is all about helping guitar players around the world tell their own personal musical story using this piece of wood. This is your pencil, you are the author, and today we're going to explore different words, different concepts, different ideas without all the mathematical aspects of playing that sometimes can hinder the creativity. We're going to talk about shapes, and I call them shapes of freedom. They're movable shapes, they're chord shapes. The idea today is to explore these different shapes and come up with something musical regardless of what these shapes are. We're not going to focus on the intervals or the names of these shapes. You can do that if you want. Just like when you're learning a new word, you can learn how to spell it, but we're going to learn how to use it and what it sounds like and what kind of emotion it can bring out. And I'm going to show you how to do this with these shapes. These shapes are available in a PDF that you can get for free. The link is below. Just enter your email address and you can have that on the go. And of course, there are a lot more shapes that you can discover, but these are some of my favorite ones, and I'm going to show you how to use it. The PDF will list 5 of these shapes, and you're going to see within the PDF some open strings. All these shapes have open strings, which means that we can move these shapes sometimes, not all the time. You know, if you take a C major shape, for example, you know, the open position of C major, I'll show you a close-up here. One of those first chords that you start learning, you can move them, right? And some of these strings are going to remain open, and sometimes they won't work. But sometimes they will. And that's what's listed on the PDF that you can get. You'll see the shape with the open strings, and you will see some diamonds. The diamonds mean that, well, you can safely move there, and it's going to create something pretty cool. Now, this is just my take on it. You might find that this sounds awesome to you. Great. Use it to tell your story. But I listed on these some of the placements of these shapes that I find very useful. We should start with this first shape. I'm going to switch here. We need to talk a little bit about this. This first shape is something like this. It was born from this chord right there. What is this? Well, this is an E major add 9. We don't care about that. I told you, right? But that's how it is born. And we're going to take this shape. I'm going to show you how to play it. We're going to use 3 fingers here, the index, the middle, and the pinky. We're going to start with the middle on the fifth string. That is the reference, and that's where you're going to see the diamonds on the PDF. And you just use the same exact shape, move that shape to one of the diamonds, and it's going to work. Let me show you the starting position here. The middle finger is going to be on the fifth string, second fret. Okay. Then we're going to use our pinky on the next string, which is the fourth string, fourth fret. So 2 frets above. And the index is going to cover the third string, first fret. And strings 1 and 2 are going to be open. Okay, well that sounds pretty, right? Now yes, we can also use the open string, add that, but we're not going to do that because the idea with all these shapes is that the first note you encounter is going to be a movable one, therefore it can't be an open string. So we got this shape. We don't care what it is. We're just going to move it to the different diamonds. And on the PDF, you'll see that the next diamond we have is on the third fret. So we can move this same exact shape, keep these 2 strings open to the third fret, and we'll have this. That's pretty, I think. What is it? We don't care. I'll show you how to use that after, but let's explore the diamonds. The next one we have, same exact shape, is going to be on the 5th fret. I like that too. Why did I skip the 4th? Because of that. I don't think it's pretty, so I'm going to skip it. So you got that 5th fret there, but then we can move to the 7th. I think it's beautiful. And then we can skip to the 10th. Beautiful, I think. Now that doesn't prevent you, again, to try the other ones. That's actually kind of cool. That has its place too, but those are the shapes you're going to use. So what do you do with these movable shapes? Well, you pick one that you like, that expresses something that you kind of like. Let's say that we like the sound that we got here from the 9th fret. We like this. So the next step, and this is where you really need to be super creative, we're going to create a scale. We'll call it a scale that surrounds this. What I mean by that is that the position of the chord that you are moving around is going to determine the area of the fretboard that you're going to use. So here we're in that slice of the fretboard. We don't want to do big extensions. We want to keep contained everything. So I'm in that slice of the fretboard, which means that all the notes of the scale that you're going to come up with need to be around here, because we're going to try to smoothly transition between that and some scale work and go back to that chord. It's really going to enhance your understanding of the instrument and your comfort on the instrument. So let's do that. How do we do that? Well, it's pretty simple and pretty fun. We've got the area of the fretboard determined by our shape. And then we're going to just try some notes. The scale that are going to fit here has some limits. What I mean by the limits is the furthest note that you can have within this slice of the fretboard is going to be that limit, like a border that you don't want to cross. So some of the notes of the shape are going to determine that order. In this case, the index, which is on the 3rd string, 8th fret, is going to be one of those borders. I'm not going to go to the left of that, lower than that, because I'm going outside of my comfortable shape. So that's one of them. We're going to try to find 1 or 2 notes on that string to the right, towards the bridge, right? Because if not, we're going to go outside of that zone. Let's try 1 fret higher. Yeah, that works. If it didn't work, well, we try 2 frets higher. Yes, I like that. I don't like that, so I'm going to avoid that. I like that. So we've got 3 notes here on the 3rd string, frets 8, 9, 11, that are going to work in my shape. Right? And we're going to do that with all the different strings. Why not try the same shape, which is 8, 9, 11 on the 4th string? Yes, I like that, right? You could try, instead of 8, 9, 11, you could try 8, 11. Sorry, 8, 10, 11. Do you like this sound? If the answer is yes, use it. If the answer is no, change it. You're just surrounding it. Great. What if I use this this piece of shape that I had? So in this case, I didn't export all the strings. You can and you should using that PDF. Link is below. But for now, I'm really comfortable with strings 3 and 4, playing 8, 9, 11, and 8, 9, 11, surrounding that. So why not use that shape to another diamond? Do you like it? If the answer is yes, use it. If the answer is no, change it. And each of these shapes might have a different answer for you. So that's kind of the goal here. Let's try another shape. We'll switch to this right here. The second shape that I have listed here is this one. It's a shape that I use all the time. It sounds like this. Nice, right? In this case, we have 2 open strings. Now, this is a little different than the previous one because the first note that we have is an open string. So you still can move that shape to the diamonds, but this time the diamond is going to be found on the 4th string, which is the first fretted string that we have. So we're starting that shape right here. I'll show you how to use it. Ring finger on the 4th string, 4th fret. Pinky on the 3rd string, 4th fret. Index on the 2nd string, 2nd fret. And you strum those five strings. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The next diamond is on the 5th fret, so we're going to move everything 1 fret up. Ah, yes. And you do the same work. Now I did it kind of quick. The scale and the chord shape that I'm using here match because I've been doing this long enough so that my fingers kind of know where to go, what is going to sound good. But when you're starting out, it might sound like you're not quite sure maybe. And if it doesn't sound good to you, change it. It's really an exploration game, and it's really fun and very therapeutic. There it is. Therapeutic. Ça fait du bien au cerveau. I don't even know how to speak French anymore. French is my first language, but it's a weird place that I'm at. Lost my pick here. There it is. It's kind of a weird place where I'm not completely fluent in English, but no longer completely fluent in French. Gosh, the joys of being bilingual. Okay, so that's what I have. And then we can move it maybe to the, let's try moving it to the 7th fret. That's pretty too. Not so much. Yes, I like that. Beautiful, right? I think. So there are 5 shapes here for you to explore. I'm going to play a little bit using these shapes. I'll show you the shapes real quick. The first one that we have is, we studied that one, right? This one. And you've got the different diamonds. The next one is, we just covered that one. The third one is kind of reversed. So instead of having that shape, we have something like this, where the index is fretting the diamond note on the 5th string. In this case, we're starting with the 2nd fret, 5th string, 2nd fret with the index. The ring is going to cover the 3rd string, 4th fret, and pinky is going to be just below on the 2nd string, 4th fret. And we can play In this case, I'm holding the pick with my thumb and the index for that bass note. And then these 3 fingers are going to pluck strings 3, 2, 1. And the first string is the open one. And then we can explore the diamonds. I have one on the third fret, 5th, 7th, the 8th, like that a lot, the 10th, and the 12th. Very nice. So I can blend that with the other shapes that I had. Now the 4th shape is this one. Very beautiful, I think. The more open strings you have, the more open and beautiful, I think, because open strings are the notes that are going to resonate the most on the guitar. And resonation brings a lot of harmonics, and that's what creates that beautiful sense that we have. Here's that 4th shape. The middle finger is going to play the low E string. That's the movable note. That's the reference note. That's where the diamonds are on the PDF. So I'm going to start on the 3rd fret here. Same technique here. The thumb and the index are going to hold that pick, and we're gonna pluck. If we had an additional finger here, we could pluck strings 1, 2, 3, 4, but we don't. So we're going to decide to pluck the first 3 strings. So we've got that middle finger, 6th string, 3rd fret. And then I'm going to play with my index the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. The ring finger is going to cover the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And the pinky with my right hand is going to pluck that open string. We can move that again. On the 5th fret we have a diamond. We also have one right here on the 6th fret. 8th, 10th, 12th. And all these are mixable. You can mix all the different shapes that I showed you. And the 5th shape that I have for you is very similar to the one that I just covered, except the only difference is that the second string played with a ring is going to be replaced with the pinky. That is going to reach, it's a little stretch here, 2 frets higher than where the ring finger is. So in this case, we have 6th string, 3rd fret, index, 3rd string, 2nd fret, pinky, 2nd string, 5th fret. We can move that one to the diamonds that are placed on there. Yeah, I kind of like that. Now, again, those diamonds are just my personal take on this, but remember to focus just on one shape that you kind of like. And once you have a shape that you like, figure out a shape that would work around that. And so forth. It's super fun. And once you have a few shapes that you really like, study them in the sense of take a look at what intervals make that shape, because that's going to allow you to reuse those findings in different contexts. If you can understand that, all right, this that I'm playing here, this is an adjective that would be working in this context. Well, I will use that whenever I have that kind of conversation. What I mean by that is that if I figure out that this has the intervals that make an A Dorian, then I can reuse that. Not very pretty, but I can reuse that in Dorian context. All right, well, a lot more shapes for you to explore, but for now I have these 5 that are listed for you in the PDF. The link is below. It is completely free. You'll also be placed on my newsletter, on which I send some content just like this one. Sometimes I send some free backing tracks, sometimes some free lessons, and I tell you about some free masterclass that are going on, and also my paid programs every once in a while. You can unsubscribe anytime, but grab this. It really is a super useful exercise, and it's fun, and it does a lot to your musicality. If this was your first visit, really appreciate you stopping by, and if this was your 1000th visit, I really appreciate you watching this. If you're new to the channel, you should subscribe, because every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, a new video just like this one is released. These videos are kind of standalone videos that are meant to inspire you to pick up your pencil and tell your story. This is your pencil, you're the author, not the other way around. It's easy sometimes to get stuck in a mental state of mind where you think that there are a bunch of songs and ideas that are linked to the guitar. I know it feels like that some point, but it's not. It is from inside, from your real life experience, and it's just a matter of learning how to express those ideas with this instrument and be the best storyteller you can be with this instrument. Thanks for watching this. Like the video, share it around. I'll see you very soon for a new video, and until then, practice well. See you next time.